everybody. Happy Tuesday, Morning Manna. Get your coffee. And let's get into our study, following up on the heels of yesterday, where James really warns us not to hoard those gifts and those things that we've been given by the Lord. So we'll pick up on verse 7 and we'll go through verse 9. He says, "Be patient then, brothers and sisters, until the Lord's coming. See how the farmer waits for the land to yield its valuable crop, patiently waiting for the autumn and spring rains. You too be patient and stand firm, because the Lord's coming is near. Don't grumble against one another, brothers and sisters, or you too will be judged. The judge is standing at the door." Now, this is a pretty standard text, and I think we all kind of get what it means. He's saying, stay in it. I mean, that's a phrase I use a lot. I use it with the staff. I use it with my family. When things are tough, when things are not the way that you want them to be, when things just seem to be coming against you and nothing's working in your favor, don't run away, don't flee, don't quit, don't give up. Stay in it, because we're promised something, right? If we're faithful in our service of the Lord, then God is faithful to respond and faithful to deliver. I mean, think about the text. Stand at the door and knock, right? And what's going to happen? JT, what's going to happen? The door's going to be opened. It's going to be answered. But sometimes it takes a little longer to get to that door than we'd like. We go knocking on the door and we want it opened right away. And God's like, I'm not even out of the kitchen yet, right? So we have to be patient, and that's what he's saying. And then right after this kind of lament, really, or this bombastic approach that he gave us yesterday about what we're doing with our wealth and storing it away, he then softens it and he says, be patient now, brothers and sisters. So he dresses us now as families, kind of like saying, hey, I'm in this with you. He said, the Lord is coming. Gives us this example of a farmer who waits for his land to yield its valuable crop. Farmers, we know, don't give up just because the crop might be a little bit late. They keep working the land. They keep tilling. They keep fertilizing. They keep doing all the things that they do. I don't know anything about farming or agriculture, but they work the land is the point until it reaches and reaps a harvest. He says, you too be patient, stand firm, because the Lord's coming is near. And then he wraps it up by saying, don't grumble against one another. And why does he say that? I'll tell you why. Because when things don't go our way, we tend to whine and we tend to complain. And when we whine and complain, we start grumbling. We start grumbling to each other and then about each other. And before you know it, and we're steeped in this nonsense. And James is giving us a fair warning that says, look, don't store up the riches that God's given you. Be patient, stay in it, because when you do that, there's going to be a harvest. It's going to come in, and you just need to hang out, stay in it, and the Lord's going to show up. If you don't, you risk grumbling and complaining, and we know what the Lord thinks about that. So what's your devotion today? Stay in it. Maybe you're going through a tough time. Maybe there's things just not working out in your life the way that you think they should. Maybe everything's going great in your life. Either way, stay in it. If things are going great, it's easy to stay in it, because you know as well as I do, it's not always going to be that way. Hardship falls to everybody. In this world, you will face trouble. That's what the Bible says. Trouble of many kind. But take heart, because God has overcome the world. Your devotion today is stay in it, because in the end, we're going to be all right. Guys, as always, remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can be made aware every time we put out a new video. Go bless somebody else today. Don't expect anything else in return. Watch what happens in your life. We'll see ya.